I fell asleep sitting up on the oh, shiza. I fell asleep sitting up on the couch at 7:30. Oh my god, this rate of fire. At 7:30 at night last night and woke up in my bed at 4:45 this morning. Ollie Queen hit the 1K bit badge. We, Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Come on, hit anything. We went into the emote section of the dashboard and kind of low-key marveled. I was talking about, like, yesterday. If you are a streamer and you're doing it full time and you know you feel the physical and mental and emotional effects of streaming full time, there's no other way to get around it. You have to, yeah, you have to at some point start to think a little bit about motherfucker.
Pretty fly.
It's fine. It is fine. What's going on down here, huh? With you in a sec, chat. No, you know what? I'm with you now because right now is like the best time to talk to you about it. Yeah, Ollie Queen, we were just talking about, you know, if you're a streamer and you're full time and you're putting in the hours trying to make people happy and do your job and all that jazz, at some point you kind of have to anticipate what your exit strategy is. I have no idea what my exit strategy is. I know that right now, I don't have enough money to just quit streaming, ever. Not that I'd really want to. Not that I've been thinking about it like, oh, I can't wait. I'm just saying, like, you gotta think about it. You gotta plan ahead. Fuck me. And I feel like there's only really two outs for me right now. One is that I make so much money that I can stop streaming and people can be like, Taffy, I'm so sad your channel's leaving. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't need you anymore. Or just like, oh, I can't care. My doctor says this profession's killing me and I have to stop and now I can retire. But, you know, to some extent or another, it's, you have enough cash that you can stop streaming and you don't have to worry about, like, the fact that you're going to be disappointing some people doing it. You know, at that point you take care of yourself. The other option is that, like, support just eventually dries up and I have to go find employment somewhere. And that one, you know, I don't want to say feels like it's the more realistic option, because I don't think that's the case either. But that one seems more rooted in reality to me, because even as somebody who's had, like, huge, unexpected paydays sort of hit while doing this job. Thank you guys for the hype train. 10 gifted subs and 800 bits. I appreciate you on this, you know, mellow Saturday morning. I was saying that it's really difficult for me to ever envision a situation where I feel comfortable leaving you folks. And it's because so many people have put so much money into this channel over time. We actually pulled up the emote list. And it doesn't, like, tell you who, but there is an emote list that shows you how many people have given you a certain amount of money in bits so that you can gauge which emote should go where. And there are three figures of people who have broken the bit badge that you have. The 100, was that the 1K? There's like over 1,000 people who have done $10. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. There's just so many people who have given so much that I just don't envision a time where I would ever not feel insanely guilty leaving, just being like, I don't want to do this anymore. Thanks for the money, dummies, and then leave. Zuberry, welcome. Kombucha, good morning. You should make and sell cardboard cutouts of yourself. What this has to do with anything. Fair. Yeah, anyway. Oh shit, sorry. With you in a sec. Nope. Fuck you. A bomb just kills me. I haven't had like a really stressful Eden start in a while. I think he kills me too if he touches me. Nope, fuck you. I see you plotting. I see you trying to figure out how best to bring me down, game. I say nay. Not today. Who's in here? Ragman, I saved a little something special for you. That was not nearly as much damage as I hoped it would be. This is gonna suck. Oh, he's gonna bring so much back. I hate this. Woo! This is so much fun. Well, Frost, what's going on, dude? Good morning. Thank you. That was nerve-wracking. This whole first floor has been an absolute nightmare. I'm gonna see if I can wrangle anything useful. Oh, I feel like I potentially stand to get more. I feel like I potentially stand to get more from the sack room than I do hoping. There are guaranteed payouts for the sack room. I feel like if I were to dump all these hearts, at the very least I got a coin. I feel like if I was to dump all these hearts into that demon beggar, I bet you that son of a bitch pays out with one live spider and nothing else. Alright, Ollie Queen, sounds good. Yeah, lo-fi is keeping my blood pressure down right now. Chat, I'm finally conceding. I'm finally giving in. I'm finally going to a doctor. I'm going to my general practitioner and seeing about getting on blood pressure meds so I don't die of a heart attack on stream. I gotta go see what's for sale in the shop. If there's a bomb or a battery, I'm gonna open that golden chest. Am I gonna play the beggar in the crawl space? Maybe. I feel like right now the potential payout from the golden chest is likely to be more lucrative. I might kill the beggar in the crawl space. Again, the beggars are so risky. I just like right now with the run being with the rate of fire being as bad as it is, I need guarantees. I need to not depend on RNG. Boy, for lo-fi, this is very loud. I got my key back, but it cost me a bomb. I was hoping for red hearts. I have an idea because I know where it is. Sorry, I got very excited. Second secret room time. Oh no, it could be on either side. Nope. Murder time. Let me tell you about murder. It's fun. It's free. The whole family can get involved. Get out with this, my guy. I'm glad you're dead. I never liked you. I genuinely am in a place where I just didn't know. If I knew up or down on that second secret room, I would have had it dialed in. But I'm trying to get guaranteed results and not depend on coin flips. And to a certain extent, it really did not play out the way I'd hoped. I'm not willing to expose this Boneheart, so I'm not going to go play the Demon Beggar. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, the Demon Beggar... Oh, I should have checked inside that room. Maybe in the grand scheme of things, the Demon Beggar was the right play, but I couldn't have known that going in. Oh, that big room's going to be work. This is not as bad. The graboids down there are going to do most of the heavy lifting for me. Yeah, they cleared out the room. That was the first thing I've killed in this room. I was hoping he'd potentially open up secret rooms for me. Well, shit. I guess I have to go do this big room. The flies worry me. Nope. Don't like it. No, sir. I don't like it. Ugh. You lads would be doing me a huge favor if you die. These green flies weird me out, man. Die. Die, my guy. How many tears are you gonna take? It's the same as all the other ones. That's the spoiler. It's the same as all the other ones. I just missed more on him than I thought I did. This is way more stressful than I want it to be on a Saturday morning. Honestly, I could check for secret rooms, or I could take the guaranteed payout of that coin and hope for like a crawl space or something. I genuinely don't think the shop... Well, I mean, maybe... I heard something. I've had the D12 save runs before. I don't know why I didn't just go in the other room. Cardiac coin. Well, now I need a key because now the shop is viable. From a room that was all but useless to a room that has convinced me that I need to go to the shop because I will potentially be able to buy a spacebar item. Buy like a good active or something. Or something like more options where I can choose to get some health or a tiers upgrade over, you know, like a range up or a luck up. Or like the cardboard box. Hello? I do think that I still go back... I do think that I still go back to Doctor's Remote. But I feel like with this room sitting like right here, popping out and using the D12 was a good call. Hard to argue with the result. Oh, get the fuck out of here, guy. Oh, I hate this so much. There we go. Destroy your own young. Dude, my only mission is to kill the mini boss. I give zero shits about trying to kill the grubs. He'll just make more. Fool card, huh? Yeah, matter of fact, that curse room's looking mighty fine right now. Sidewinder, good morning, man. Happy Saturday to you. Yo, let's go. No, what have I done? That's fine. I hit the wrong button. I just brain fogged it. Still though, like, damage has not been my problem. But at least if I'm not firing an awful lot of tiers, the ones that are hitting should be taking care of a considerable amount of business. Huh. I'm conflicted, and I'll tell you why. If I get the cardboard box, I could potentially... I need to see something real quick. Reroll pedestal? Ooh, shit.
This is the story of the newest.
I'm just thinking, if I get the moving box, I can load up some of these, like, spacebar items that we're just not using right now. And potentially take them to places where I could re-roll them later on down the line. It's kind of a Hail Mary sort of idea, but I you know, I'm in a place where I'm not ridiculously desperate, but I'm far from comfortable right now. No Pants Dance Party, thanks to Jackspot for the gifted sub. Tier 1, 6 months, welcome back. Welcome back. I definitely think we start with this. I have to see something real quick. Oh damn, Amber's making food downstairs. I don't think she has her phone. That's alright, we've got a break coming in 20 minutes. I might send her to... I might have to send her on a Wendy's trip. I did say that I'd have Wendy's breakfast this morning. What sucks is that I had all the time in the world to go get it too. That bums me out. Yeah, 19 hours. This timer was at the 3-day mark when we started. The 3-day mark when we started. And now we're all the way down to, I mean, by the time today's done, we'll be down to 10 hours. If I go as long as I plan on going. If I don't go as long as I plan on going, we're still gonna be awfully low on time. What is going on? Huh. Not a single tinted rock so far, which is a bummer. Yeah, I texted Amber, but I'm beginning to think she doesn't have her phone on her. So I'll have to poke downstairs in about 20 minutes. Oh god, look at this room. No wonder I can't find the second secret room. Oh no, Kombucha, like, I like where your head's at, but if I was gonna do that, I would do it on Monday in case something goes dreadfully wrong. Like this morning, I hit go live, and Twitch was not registering my stream as being active. Half the people in chat could see me, and half the people in chat couldn't. And I'd be beside myself if I worked myself into a froth trying to get this dealt with. And then shit the bed on the literal last day. All right, I have thoughts. I don't think I'm gonna do a deal with the devil here. The odds of there being a tiers upgrade in there are low. But I do want to see if I have health. Yeah, we got moving box money now for sure. Kinjara says, well, greetings from McQueeb's channel. He got me to look you up. I appreciate that. I've said on a number of occasions now, and I mean it in the best way possible, is that McQueeb reminds me of me when I first got started. He reminds me of me minus the like 7 years of streaming partnered calluses on my soul. And what's funny is that compared to almost every other full-time partner I know, I still have a cheerier disposition with regards to this career path than almost everybody I can. I mean, like, honestly, chat, name me a full-time streamer who has a less rosy disposition, or I'm sorry, that I have a less rosy disposition than. Yeah, Cowboy Jesus, this is a full-blown nightmare, this run. We're digging ourselves out, but it is proving problematic. Brizzy? I don't know, man. I feel like every time I go to Brizzy's channel recently, I feel like every time I go to Brizzy's channel, it's like, Tappy makes so much money, grr, and I'm like, uh-oh. I'm gonna keep... Like, Brizzy loves what he does. Brizzy, the problem is Brizzy would do what he loves for free. Brizzy loves streaming more than anybody maybe I've ever met. But I mean with regards to the industry, not to the job. Anybody who's doing this, not very many people are doing this and making a... I gotta peek. Ooh. Not many people are doing this hoping to make, like, showing up going like, man, I hope I make a shitload of money, and then succeeding. Most of the people who do this are doing this because they really enjoy the work. Because you have to. Like, if you come at it backwards and try to, like, use your love of money to back into doing this gig, you're gonna have a bad time. So most of us, at least at one point in time or another in our lives, truly enjoyed streaming. Mike's a good... I will say this though, occasionally like Mike gets very pugilistic on his social media feeds, but that usually isn't industry related. For whatever reason, he must be in like a rural part of Canada or something, because he's been getting real punchy with anti-vaxxers, and for that, Mike,
This
I
is the
salute
story
you.
of the newest denizen of the cave.
Wagamama? I don't know Wagamama. It sounds like I'd like to. Joda Nikki, welcome back. Oh god, 8-Bit Drummer, yep. 8-Bit Drummer is way cheerier than me. Jared and I were on a panel together. I've told this story before, but for new people in chat. Jared, the 8-Bit Drummer, and I were on a panel at MagFest a couple of years ago. And it was like, I want to be a... people showing up going, I want to be full-time Twitch creators. And I felt bad because, like... I felt like he and I were both giving good information, but I also felt, I also felt like, I was giving pragmatic information, and he was giving, like, the kind of positive reinforcement you'd want, like, a big brother or a parent to give. He was giving, like, real follow your dreams stuff, and I was doing stuff where it was just like, make sure you file an LLC. You want to get yourself in there as a limited liability corporation. That way, if shit really goes sideways, they can't go into your personal funds. Don't deal with bad accountants. Who Guru, tier 1, 27 months. I have to work soon, but oh, button. Who Guru, thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. I love what I do and I love the community. It's just, yeah, this is a. The buzzword, the grind, gets thrown around a lot, but it is real grindy. It is real grindy. And if you do it for long enough, like Coke Carnage has some sort of weird, internal tantric, Buddhist calm about him. I'm gonna do this guy first here. I would rather get health than work on that moving box idea. It's not to say that there aren't people out there who don't continue to love this job after doing it for a long time. I genuinely can't think of anything else I'd rather do. I genuinely can't think of anything else I'd rather do. But, parts of it over time get very hard. Like, you know, not ever really having any paid time off. Continuing to always be your own boss. Soul of Magdalene. Yeah, there's a lot that really I think I'd rather just go with this. It's a card deck now. I forget what Wheel of Fortune does. Reverse Wheel of Fortune. Activates a random dice room effect. I mean, kinda. Like, what's the worst that happens? It D100s us? It D4s us? I'm not so married to what we've got that I wouldn't... Oh, that's the wrong one. This one. All stats up, baby! We got tears again. Nice. And if that means we don't get to leave here with the moving box for this, like, pie in the sky plan. Oh, the moving box isn't even there anymore. Ooh, everything on the floor got re-rolled. Yo, it was a D4 room. What's waiting for us over here? Ooh, I almost left without picking up the intruder. It re-rolled everything. Let's go. There are good accountants. I like my accountant now. My accountant that I just fired, wouldn't even answer emails. The accountant that I have now jumped in while he was half drunk on happy hour cocktails, just so he could make sure that I was assuaged about a question that I had. Yeah, Quiet Storm's an accountant and not a shitlord. No, a 4 pip room only rerolls pedestal items. A 4 pip room only rerolls pedestal items, not items on the ground. That would be a 3 pip room would do that. Spider coming out of your face, horrifying, not horrifying, nope. Rusty, what's going on, dude? I was talking earlier about you a little bit. I was saying that I'm waiting. Throne still says that the purchase of those chairs through Amazon is processing. So I have no idea. I have no idea what this process is like. So I'm using your you know, inaugural purchase to sort of gauge what the user experience is like. In fairness, like, I've had stuff that I've had because of 2020 and 2021 and supply chain issues and stuff, and the fact that it's the holidays. I've had stuff that, through no fault of StreamGift's own, that's been purchased through StreamGift that has not shown up until like a month later. So, you know, who knows? I'm willing to give this one a very wide berth because it is our first experience with it, and Shiabun swears by it, so obviously it has worked for him before. I'm giving an awfully wide berth while we just sort of figure things out, you know? I am fully accepting of there being just the teensiest bit of trial and error in the beginning. The Hermit. I keep forgetting what all the reverse cards do. It's been so long since I've played with them. All current room, all items and pickups in the current room are changed to money. Everything is sold for its shop price. Items for 15 cents, hearts for 3 cents, etc. Why Throne over Stream Gifts? If it works the way I hope it will, Kombucha, I'll do Throne over Stream Gifts because you can do websites that aren't Amazon. Ogrimmar, welcome back. Stream Gifts is Amazon only. Stream Gifts is Amazon only, but on Throne, you according to my understanding of it, any website that does delivery, you can do it because it seems like they don't rely on an automated process to place orders. It seems like they don't rely on an automated process to place orders. So, like, if you want to order Sogo, you can order Sogo. If you want to order Curio, you can order Curio. Walmart, Etsy, whatever. They're partnered with Amazon and Etsy. Hey, they're partnered with Amazon and Etsy, so those are the two they recommend But I've got like a whole bunch of stuff on there from like Displate. And I mean, we'll see, but like, that's been one of my lone gripes about Stream Gifts for a while, is that it's Amazon only. And there have been things on Etsy and things on Displate that I've wanted to throw on there for forever. Ooh. What say you? I'll take the Sun card with me. Dragon Dad Joke says, Taffy, hi, getting on a cruise ship in 2 hours. Where are you going? Out of curiosity. I got real apprehensions about cruises for a myriad of reasons, but I will say there have been a couple of cruises that I've gone on that I've really enjoyed myself. Noah just got back from a cruise. Decided on buying a drawing tablet with those Amazon gift cards. Hell yeah, you earned it. You earned it. That's so cool. I feel bad. I used to enjoy cartooning when I was younger. Huh.
Soul of Eve.
I figure with 2 of these around, I might as well use one in here. Easy does it. Ryan, good morning. King Kevin, welcome back. I was super pleased to see a headline on TV this morning that said Black Friday fizzle. If there was like a retailer out there that was hoping on Black Friday to boost their bottom line, then I feel bad for them, but I was super happy to see Black Friday fizzle as a headline this morning. It was so weird. I saw here in Richmond, here in the States, but also here in Virginia, they went and interviewed. They went and like did a couple of interviews, and they asked people, how do you feel about the fact there's not really any crowds out here for Black Friday? And they got this one like young guy, he's like young black dude, and he was like, yeah, I'm super happy there's not people fighting each other. Good riddance. I hope it stays gone. And I was like, hell yeah, dude, you and me both. And then they got this rotund white guy in a flannel with big aviator glasses on and a fucking high and tight buzz cut. And he's loading this like massive 4K TV into the back of his car. And he goes, you know, I'm real sad about it, honestly. I'm real sad about it, honestly, because as Americans, I feel like we're losing a bit of our tradition. We're losing a little bit of like, you know, it's things with online shopping and everything. Things are just getting too damn convenient these days. And it's like, like he rad-rippered it so hard. And I was just sitting there like, as Americans, we've lost so much tradition. Things have gotten too convenient, he says, as he loads his 70-inch 4K television into the back of his 18-mile-per-gallon SUV. Mellow Muffin, good morning. Yeah, most of the sales are fake. They're manufactured. They take some shitty product they got a bunch of for cheap. They run it all year at like 150% markup, and then they mark it down for Black Friday, and you buy something with like a faulty chip in it that they didn't want to sell anyway. Yeah, that guy was also pissed when we lost their tradition of racism. Hi, baby.
I'm sorry I didn't get your text.
That's okay.
Still leaving?
It depends on how helpful you want to be this morning. Somebody said, hey, didn't Glitch give you $50 yesterday to have Wendy's breakfast this morning? So, he did, and I forgot. So either, would you be willing to go get me Wendy's breakfast, or would you be willing to Grubhub me some Wendy's breakfast and I'll just eat it when it gets here? And also, people say hi.
Hi.
I have no idea. The whole conversation was spawned from me saying, because I work mornings 6 days a week, that I've had breakfast from a fast food chain like 3 times in the last year.
Right.
Sure, I'll peek. Now that I've got... Oh, God, I hate you, Krampus, so much. I'm half tempted to let him hit me so that the spider can jump out of my head and destroy him. You about done, buddy? You got that out of your system? There we go. Ugh, didn't even give me a lump of coal. What a rat bastard. Pat, good morning, man. Squint Fox says, if you attempt to give yourself botulism again, I will fly down there and something something. 3 hours old Wendy's is a time-honored taffy tradition. I'll get Wendy's breakfast will show up in my office sometime an hour after lunch.
I was just planning on getting dressed and going to run a bunch of errands, but yeah, it would be forever by the time I got back with Wendy's.
I would have gleefully done this while everybody was asleep this morning.
Yeah.
Had I remembered. It does sound very good. I'm incredibly hungry, but... Lotta Otter, good morning. Oh yeah, Rusty Brazenfire says Curio Spices should arrive today. Which reminds me,
was part of my errands, yeah.
Lost Romeo ordered that Instant Pot for us.
Yeah.
It's FedEx, and FedEx does not deliver to PO boxes, and he's just kind of finding that out today. So I think he's canceled that order and is gonna try again. I spent a goodly chunk of this morning on the horn, well, in Discord with Lost Romeo trying to figure that out, but I didn't want you to get there and be like, I felt like it was spices in an Instant Pot. It would have been, except we didn't realize it was being shipped via FedEx.
Sure.
Chat, I'm just gonna dox myself, and then you guys can just send me whatever you want. That's air fryers, TVs, sound bars, cutting boards, pipe bombs, just all of it. Just ship it all. I'm tired of living in fear. This is how you know the terrorists won. I haven't marched that out in a while. Is that still a thing? Are we still doing that? We've been doing that since September 11th. Ugh. I keep thinking that I'm gonna have a use for the sun card, but if my use for the sun card is just making this room go away faster and seeing the rest of the floor, then so be it. Yeah, 672 pounds of rice pudding. I'm so grateful for the fact that we nixed refrigerated products after that. The amount of waste that accompanied that rice pudding. It was very funny, but man, oh man, we threw away a lot of trash and felt terrible about it. Yes, baby.
I'm afraid by the time I get dressed and get out, we'll stop serving breakfast, but we can Uber Eats it right now.
Yeah! Uber Eats it. Yeah. Okay. I want my item.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Zombie Ron Swanson, tier 1, 2 years, gifted sub from JJ Madison. Welcome back, friend. Pleased as punch to have you here. I don't know what the trinket that I have does right now. I genuinely have not internalized these yet. Causes item rooms and shops to appear in the cathedral. I will keep that. That seems worthy to me since we're going that direction. Reverse chariot. I can not remember what that does. I think I have an idea, but who's to say for sure? Probably gonna play you out since I haven't seen a shop with anything worthy in it in a minute. Sorry, friend. You can blame your buddy. I don't know what was said before I came into this room, but clearly you hurt him in a way that he was willing to repay. Oh, no. I didn't want to do it like that, but you guys keep throwing live bombs and shit at me. Holy card. Huh. Alex! Greetings and salutations. I got an overwhelming desire to watch Demolition Man today. If it weren't for the scene where Officer Lenina Huxley misunderstands or educates John Spartan to the wonders of 21st century sex, I would throw Demolition Man on as like our next like acceptable R-rated action film. We've kind of keyholed like we've gotten into a place where we see movies where it's crept ever closer to like legitimate sexual content. What is this? This is Ace of Spades. I'll take that with me for now. And so the boys are like, what exactly? Like nothing like, you know, when I was Grayson's age, my parents had me not happy. They didn't like sit me down and Clockwork Orange me, but I'm saying like my parents threw in Basic Instinct. And so I was like introduced to, you know, the heterosexual man's idea of what lesbians were very early. I got thrown in the deep end. So we haven't really gone we haven't gone there yet. I don't want to make it sound like, you know, we're intentionally being like shitty parents. Nice. You know, but there's been like the occasional like, hey, these two people are kissing while pinning each other up against the wall. And then it cuts away. I just want to do that real quick.
Ace of Spades.
So we've just taken to referring to it as adult kissy face. It's like the boys know how babies are made. At least they understand that like sperm and egg come together to create human life. And they know that adult kissy face exists, but we have not, as of yet, like, married those two concepts together. They have not seen Titanic yet. Amber doesn't like Titanic. I don't really like, well, I had to go see Titanic in theaters 3 times because my high school girlfriend, when it came out, loved that movie so much. So I may have liked Titanic had I just seen it once and not been dating somebody who was obsessed with it. I may have been allowed to enjoy it. But instead, my high school girlfriend was determined that I would low-key loathe that movie for reasons that have nothing to do with the movie. Amber just doesn't really like Titanic all that much. But I can see showing it to my kids at some point in the not-so-distant future. Ooh, that one's a little risky now. Just because it is a hell of a spectacle. You want me to make it one step worse, Eraser? My high school was split. It's like 1/3 Hispanic community, which kept almost exclusively to themselves. 1/3 all the other white kids, and then 1/3 Mormon white kids. And it really just meant that, like, much like the American political system, you just had, if you were one of those groups and there was something being voted on, you just had to sway a handful of independent voters and you got your way. And basically, like, the Mormon kids were really good at that. And so, like, they wanted our high school graduation walk song to be REM's End of the World as We Know It. And I didn't want that. And so a handful of us didn't want that, and we kind of fought it, and the principal threw a fit and ended up just replacing it with the theme to Superman. Like the Christopher Reeves Superman. Just because we were all arguing. But our high school prom was that same group of like LDS kids had fallen in love with the idea of the love story in Titanic. To the point that they said, we want our prom to be Titanic themed. And then they had the audacity to get mad at me when I said, you want the you want the prom to be Titanic themed. So what? Halfway through the prom, the gymnasium floor is gonna open up and most of us are gonna fall into the pool? There's only gonna be enough parking for a third of us? Like, what does that even mean? What it meant was a lightly nautical theme followed by like 9 playthroughs of Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On so we could slow dance to it. All those things cat and married together have led me to a place where I'm okay with Amber not really having an affinity for Titanic, because I'm in no rush to go see it again either. Aliak, welcome back. Yeah, the Mormon kids are good at recruiting, go figure. Law Thriller, good morning as well. Oh, I guess it just doesn't count then. Neat. So anyway, yeah, point of all that being...
Judgment.
I'm gonna try to get an Angel Room deal out of this. Point of all that being, yeah, it's great. That's great. If it weren't for Lenina Huxley coming out in it's like a silk Japanese robe and asking John Spartan to engage in virtual reality sex with her, I would probably... I try to be mindful of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to get my kids to grow up any faster than they have to, which means I had to fast forward through Ray getting a blowjob by a ghost in Ghostbusters. I guess I could probably do the same thing there. I don't know. I'm trying not to have too many movies where I have like rose-tinted glasses or nostalgia goggles on, and I totally forget that I'm like, oh right, they burned that toddler in this thing. It's like, I probably should have left that alone. Yeah, the ghost undoes his belt and tickles him. It's all off camera. Oh, Cyrus Sarge, I don't know if I said hello when you came in, but I meant to. In my head, I did. Yoshi! Good morning and welcome back. Long time no see. I'll hold on to that. Random Impulse, greetings and salutations. So many people. So many folks out right now. Appreciate y'all being here on a Saturday. Saturdays are a weird duck. Saturdays are a horse of a different color. I never know exactly how to address Saturdays because Saturdays are this thing where the vibes are always chill. And especially after the month I've had. Man, chill is in short supply, and I will take it happily. Neat. Yeah, Saturdays are always super chill. I always have a really good time. And I love being here on Saturdays because people who can't be here during the week get to show up. From a revenue standpoint, Saturday is either the day where I make less money than I do on my day off, or I make more money than I have all week.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
So it's always like a very, it's a very interesting energy, Saturdays are, because you just really have no idea from one Saturday to the next what it's gonna be. Trash Panda, greetings and welcome back. D-Blade, welcome back as well. I want that. And then I want to do this. Actually, I want to do... Hold on. I want that. I want this.
The Hierophant.
I want to do this. I'm gonna do that. It's only the things that are in the room, so... I felt like the best way to get a good return on investment. Zombie Ron Swanson, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Law Thriller. Appreciate you. Law Thriller, enjoy the emotes. Yeah, Saturday's vibe is always super chill. Honestly, if every stream I ever had felt like Saturday streams, I'd never feel like I worked a day in my life. Saturdays are a weird bag. In a good way. It is bizarre to have like a mellow stream where you thoroughly enjoy yourself. I can't count the number of times.
Those are vids.
I can't count the number of times.
Two of spades.
Where I genuinely have like done like a 9-hour Saturday stream because I enjoyed myself so much, but then actually made more money off of just recurring subs popping on Sunday on my day off. So it's like, oh man, what a great day. God, what a tremendous Saturday. And I'm like, oh, I made $40. Laysai. But it's like the vibe is always so chill. People keep saying that I should take like I like my trinket. People keep saying I should take like weekends off and I should take Saturdays off, but I like these streams very much.
The newest denizen of the cave.
They are a total grab bag, but I like these streams very much. Birth from Cheese, 500 bits to extend the timer. No, that timer does not extend. That is not a sub timer, a subathon timer. That is a timer that exists in the defiance of the will of God. Oh God, I can't move. Viking Warlock. Oh God, I shouldn't have gone up there. Viking Warlock, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to Yoshi. Greatly appreciated. Yoshi, enjoy the emotes. And take Mondays off instead. I've painted myself into such a weird corner. I only really want to take 2 days off if I can take them off in a row. Is that's the new one, right? That's not the redesign on the old one. No, that's Eden's. It's the redesign of. Don't you fart at me, you ignoramus. Where are you? You're in here somewhere, I can smell you. Is it Eden's Soul? Yeah, that's the redesign on Eden's Soul. Sure. And just to sort of try to ensure that we keep getting angel deals. I mean, it won't break my heart if we get devil deals instead. I've got the health now, but that is such a bad dodge. That's alright though, Intruder's on the case. Yo, War, if you want to come back, man, we'll gladly have you. Oh, well, we damn near got this thing charged in this room. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm gonna go back and get a soul heart, I think. I think there's no reason not to top off. Anyway, yeah, that's I really only want to take 2 days off if I can take them off in a row. It feels so weird to stagger them. But if I take off Saturdays, then I lose the Saturday crowd, and that would be the most sting I've felt alienating part of my audience since I went to mornings and kind of screwed over Australians. And then yeah, we really can't take Mondays off because we have fucking shirts that say Minor League Monday on them. I felt so bad because there was one day where Rini was absolutely looking out for my best interest. And she was like, you should just take Mondays off too. And I was like, she's like, take Sundays and Mondays off. And I was like, you're the one who convinced me to get Minor League Monday shirts in my shop. I was like, we have t-shirts that say Minor League Monday on them. I can't take Mondays off. I'm committed. I'm committed to Mondays. I have merchandise. Thermal Knight, good morning. Diagonal Runabout, welcome back as well. Ghost Cubby, good morning. I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit bummed out about losing all the extra cards and gems, soul gems that we were gonna have. But it also means I don't have to keep looking them up. I should keep looking them up, but like it's, you know, the research of remembering what every one of them does. I'm okay with kind of losing that bit for sure. What am I doing? Stop, Taffy. Oh, you know what? Because I was gonna do this. Yeah, I mean, that'll be helpful on the chest. It's not great right now, but... Yeah, then I can't take off Tuesday because Lammer would kill me. I don't want to take off Wednesday because it's like right in the middle of the week and... Ooh, shit. I'm starting to regret not taking the school bag. But I tell you what. Well... Fucker. Wednesday's right in the middle of the week, and while statistically it's been the weakest performing weekday of the 5, it just feels like you kill any real momentum that you have. Thursday is a day off that I feel like a lot of streamers take, so I kind of like being on. Like, I think Brizzy takes Thursdays off. I feel like what is going on? My guy, please, I'm begging you. We're like, what, 85 cents deep on this tarot cloth? Brizzy does Fridays. I can't remember who, but I definitely feel like somebody, maybe Justin for a while was taking Thursdays off. For a while, I feel like Justin was taking Thursdays off, and then Brizzy was taking Fridays off. And people, genuinely, I felt like people would thank me for being on Thursdays and Fridays. And then we're back around to Saturday, you know? Baru takes Thursday, Cobalt has D&D, so he basically does too. I just feel like my bread and butter is weekdays, and I'm not willing to burn the Saturday people. I do feel like it works out pretty well that we occasionally just yield a Saturday to the fatigue gods. Justin's a Tuesday break guy. It hadn't always been that way. People's days off have changed pretty drastically. I used to feel like I had them all nailed down pretty well. Not so much anymore. You can always retcon the Minor League Monday joke and just pretend it was always that it was a day off. The reason I never made money on Mondays was because I was not here. My favorite work week has been Wednesday through Sunday, just because it's all the errands I'd run on Mondays and Tuesdays were never busy. Work until Saturday, second shift Sunday, and I have a whole 24 hours off during my work week. That's crazy. That sounds great, actually. Justin takes breaks. Well, he used to. Well, I should probably save a bomb, huh? And then use it on this idiot. No. Anyway, I don't know. Point being is that it's difficult to find 2 days off in a row that you feel comfortable taking as a streamer. Don't mind if I do. What do they rate this? I like this item, but I also get hit a lot. Bad game recognizes bad game. Yeah, Bloody Gus gets a pretty good rating from Platinum God. I won't do Libra. Shit. Could do lessened hours on Monday. I don't know, maybe. I will say it's been a real treat on those weekends where I actually take the weekend off, where I have one day. Oh goddamn! I have one day where I'm just a lazy piece of shit, and then I have a second day where I get stuff done. You know, I do stuff inside the office. I update my books. I make calls. I answer emails. I get stuff aligned for the upcoming week. This isn't me saying like, oh, you know, pity me, I need time off. I actually feel really good. I went to bed at 7 o'clock last night, so I feel great today. I got 9 hours of sleep. I got up around 4:45 this morning, but I slept for 9 hours. You know what? On our way, well, yeah, maybe on our way up. Nah, I'll roll him. He's gonna get hit in the mom fight. There's no way. There's no way I keep that guy alive. I feel as fresh now as I have in about a week. Because I caved in. I ate dinner. Like, I finished stream just before 6. I finished stream yesterday just before 6. I went downstairs. Amber reheated Thanksgiving leftovers, which was pretty good. I ate that, watched like 2 YouTube videos with my kids. Fell asleep sitting up. Woke up at 9:30, moved myself to bed. Woke up and it was 4:45. I physically could not keep my eyes open anymore. It was something else. I'll do this. And then I'll save this battery. I think I re-rolled the soul because ultimately that little son of a bitch is dying every floor. There's no way I keep him alive. Yeah, I think that's probably it, Viking Warlock. I think I just commit myself to giving myself 1 full weekend a month, and then that way I don't have to alienate anybody, and I still get a little break to recuperate. Why'd I wake up so early? Because I went to bed at 7. If you were here during stream yesterday, I was dying. I felt like I was dying. I was so fatigued. I was struggling to get, like, complete sentences out of my mouth. I couldn't finish a thought. Games were way harder than they normally are. And I thought maybe I would just rally and, like, load myself up with caffeine, but it really was just, like, I was so sleep deprived. That's fucking tremendous. I was so sleep deprived that I, once I got a warm belly full of food, I tapped out and was just gone. Amber can stream on Mondays. People have actually had that idea before, and I don't think it's a bad idea by any stretch of the imagination. She's a very entertaining streamer. The problem is that unless it's during school, which right now we're kind of on a vacation, but like they're in the middle of Thanksgiving break, but unless it's in the school year, if Amber streams on my channel, then that means I've got to watch The Boys, which, you know, could be a fun switching of hats, but also doesn't change the fact that that is not a break. Yeah, I'll do Candy Heart. We've got a lot of red hearts that I don't plan on losing, and we get magnets that suck those hearts into us, and we used to have little Chad. I suddenly feel a little bit bad about that. Okay. Hello? Ooh, I'll take that with me for sure. I think I just go. Come on, Mom, let's dance. And away. How much trouble could the boys get into, Taffy, that you need to watch them? Well, I mean, it's not that they would get into trouble. Well, okay, Rory might actually inadvertently try to kill himself. It's not so much that I don't trust the boys to entertain themselves. It's that when Amber is down there with them, she is actively monitoring their time and making sure that they don't just watch YouTube for 7 hours. And so the same standard would be expected of me. I am scared. The same standard would be expected of me. The same standard would be, alright Ryan, if I'm gonna go stream, then you need to go make sure that the boys do not sit in front of the computer the whole time. Do not sit in front of YouTube the whole time. You're gonna need to make sure that they take screen breaks, get outside, do their homework. And on top of that, when you're not watching the boys, I had a load of laundry that was going that you need to switch over. I was gonna do the dishes. I was gonna go pick up groceries. Right, you know, right now she's out running errands, going to the P.O. box and you know, picking up staples from Aldi. So, you know, just because somebody else is in here streaming, I would just inherit all the stuff that Amber does. And frankly, she might have a fuller day than I do on some days in here. Instead of getting a break, I would just inherit Amber's workload, and there's nothing that says that Amber's workload isn't heavier than mine some days. I feel called out for watching the internet for 7 hours isn't appropriate. I don't know what a trad wife is. I'm nervous. I feel like that's either an acronym or a shortened expression that I don't know what it got shortened from. I absolutely couldn't let Amber stream and then go be a bad father. Traditional wife. I just wanted to make sure anymore I find it smarter to ask and feel a little bit foolish for asking than to act like I know and be proven stupid for pretending. Check the Wendy's order, that's not a bad idea. It did say it'd be here between 10:20 and 10:50, and it is 10:22. That's funny, like oh, speak of the devil. It's funny because, somebody asked if you were a traditional wife, and I think that means like housewife. And I was like, well, she stays at home the way my mom used to stay at home, but she's not doing anything the way that my mom used to do it. I was raised by cable television. I don't want to be too hard on Marcia. Marcia did a very good job of raising me, and then on top of all that, once we got old enough to watch ourselves, had 3 jobs.
She worked a lot.
But yeah, that's I think part of what impresses me so much with Amber is that she has taken a lot more agency over making sure that the boys don't just veg out all the time without being like a weird tiger mom about it. Seasoned potato wedge.
Fat fries.
Fat fries. Very good. Very nicely seasoned.
Do you want all this? Do you want me to take some of this out of your way?
I want to pick what I want to pick. I have no idea. All I see right now are aluminum foil wrappers, so I don't know what's what. I have no idea. I ordered a bunch of stuff and said to myself, I will figure out what I want when it gets here.
All right.
I'm gonna eat 2,000 calories worth of just Wendy's for breakfast, and then I'm still gonna ask for lunch. I don't know. Leave it all here and I'll figure it out. Unless you guys are hungry for Wendy's breakfast, in which case I will share.
Right this second.
Okay, well in that case I'll just pick at this. Yeah. Thank you, baby. That's my take, Squint Fox. I hear the word traditional wife, and I think about like a lot of the like sort of seen but not heard trophy wives that I saw around like Texas a lot when I was a kid. This is a big ass floor. Fuck this. I'm leaving. Who were just like, oh, I don't know if I can do that this weekend. I'll have to ask Ryan. I'll have to see, because he was going to go on a fishing trip this weekend with his buddies, and if he's going to do that, then I need to stay behind and take care of things. And that's certainly not something that I associate with her. Like, yeah, it feels like there's a sort of a regressive connotation with that I don't. She's doing nothing out of us. She's doing like nothing that she doesn't want to do. And she's certainly not doing anything in any way that she doesn't want to do it. Everything that she's doing because she, like, the only sense of obligation that she feels is certainly not societal, and it's definitely not to me. The obligation that she feels is the obligation to, like, wanting to make sure that her 2 boys have the best opportunity to vault themselves into a life and potentially a career that that they're happy with. She wants to make sure that her boys are happy, not just today, but in the future. She does stuff, but like she also knows that she can tap me in at any moment. And we do very a la carte things. It's the way that we tackle stuff is very a la carte. She hates cooking. She'll do it, but she's not interested in. She has, again, Amber calls cooking a 2-hour drive to see a 10-minute movie. so, I love cooking, so generally the cooking falls to me. And she knows that if at any given moment, if things get jammed up, that she can, you know, like November's not a good time to ask me to help her out with stuff, but generally speaking and genuinely with little fuss or little pushback, that she can ask me to take something off of her plate, and I'll happily do it, whether it's, you know, laundry or cleaning or any sort of like weekend chores or whatever. Like I think if we were to put it down in black and white, it would be easy to look at what Amber does for this family and go, oh yeah, she's like a housewife. But man, like I say that word and it hits my tongue talking about Amber, it hits my tongue, it almost feels like a slur. You know? Like I would never want her to hear me say that. On paper, I think if we were gonna like grab some old school traditional buckets and like wedge her into one, then yeah, but man, it feels gross leaving my tongue that way. Oh, cool. Actually, I think I want both. Well, I say I want both of these. When you use Solo Lilith and get Botfly out of it, and Beelzebub, so there's flight. Wedging your wife into a bucket also sounds like a crime. Yeah, just, ugh. I would never in a million years want to make it sound like I'm like, yeah, like, it is much more a co-op. Hi, baby. Are you hearing any of this?
Hi.
Okay.
I like to think that if I'm not the CEO of our household, I am the CFO, and I'm the project manager, and I'm like, I do all the things.
If Amber's not running the show here,
I do all the things.
if Amber's not running the show here, if we take a flying leap, you know what? I'm happy taking the title of CEO for the family. And do you want to know why? Because over the course of the last like 2 decades, I've taken insane risks and promised the shareholders it would just pay out. And if it hadn't, my head would have rolled. Like over the last 2 decades, I've been like, I know how to make this family profitable. And people are like, how? And I'm like, playing video games. And they went, and I'm like, doesn't matter. I mean, like, you guys could vote me down, but does anyone have a better plan? And they're like, no. All right. Video games it is then. And everyone was like, all right, it's your ass if it doesn't work out. And so, you know, the family has turned a profit, and that was my plan. I did this. She allowed it. She took a vote of the chairwoman of the board, and all the members inside her head went,
That's me, I'm the board.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm the board.
She allows me to do things, and it's my ass if they don't work out.
I have veto power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, she runs everything else. I may have driven shareholders' profits to an all-time high, but I don't get to spend the money. I just send it off to the CFO, and she decides how best to allocate it. So, yeah. It's basically, I control everything on this side of this door.
Yeah.
And that allows everything to happen on that side of that door, but she runs everything on that side of that door. We could, in theory, tag each other out. If I needed desperately for like mental health to not be observed for like a day, she could come in here and pepper pots everything in this room. I could conceivably go on that side of that door and make sure that everybody ate. I could do a load of clothes, and I could keep the boys from lighting themselves on fire for a day.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to switch jobs long term.
Exactly.
And I don't think she would either.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, back to it on my side.
love you, baby. Does Justin have a seat on the board? No. Goodness, no. Justin is like almost like a paid consultant. I would dare say that Justin's like a shareholder in this family at this point now. I mean, he invested in that he bought a house here. Ew. He invested in that he bought a house in this city, believing that Amber and Noah and all the Richmond partners would make him feel welcome. It's interesting. So I feel like Justin's an investor in this family, but I wouldn't say that he's a member of the board. Yeah, CEO visionary, COO executes the plan. Easy to see which of them fits those roles. Dude, I'll be Patties. You're so right. You're so right. I am constantly go to Amber and say, you're gonna think this is weird, but I want to do blank. I've told chat I want to be the full-size candy bar house. Well, there are logistics involved with being the full-size candy bar house. When you don't have any real Halloween, not decorations, but like, when you don't have a folding table, when you don't have a tablecloth, like a Halloween-themed tablecloth, when you don't have like, even black baskets or boxes to put stuff in. Like when you want to do stuff like that, but you have like there are steps that live between you and accomplishing this grand plan you have, and everyone knows that you are not only kind of a procrastinator, but also a little bit of a little bit of a daydreamy shithead if you're left to your own devices. Then yeah, I absolutely go to Amber frequently. And say, baby, I want to do blank. And then she becomes the one who logistically makes it a reality. I think Broken Modem's really good now. Is it item room and shop on this floor? I'm sorry, just picking at potato wedges for the time being. Yeah, she is the chairwoman and the advisory board to whom the CEO must report. In good news, Taffy, I should be back to my normal work schedule, which means Saturday is off aside from December 11th because I need the 6th off since you're going to be in St. Louis. Trying to decide if I... You know what? I really like Broken Modem now. I also genuinely can't remember if this was... Yeah, there is an item room somewhere. We'll go find it. And I need this. And we'll do that. Clag, welcome. You want to make a big deal of it? I just buy full-size candy bars and give them out to whoever rings the bell. Well, I mean, being a part of the CEO of the company, right? I'll tell you what I've learned. Do you guys know Kate? Kate's been a friend of ours for a while because of the two of us meeting each other at St. Jude. I fucking hate those eyes. Invulnerable, beaming eye turrets feel like a lot. Twitch.tv/Kate. I haven't talked to her in a hot minute. But, like, the one thing I learned from Kate while I was at St. Jude was, like, the way I felt about it, and this was years ago when my channel first became a full-time gig. I went to St. Jude, and I was like, well, if I'm not at my stream, then I'm treating this like a vacation to Memphis. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go have a good time. I'm gonna hang out with friends. I'm gonna hopefully raise some money for kids. And what I learned from her, and from Caliverse too, was that, like, the hustle never stops. If you're really going 100 miles an hour in it to win it, the hustle never stops. And so when we weren't actively doing stuff for St. Jude, every 45 minutes or so, and this part can be exhausting, but it's you know, unless you know something about staying relevant that I don't, or you just, you know, care less about that aspect of it. Every 45 minutes or so, she would stop and she'd be like, hey, hold on one second, I need something for Instagram. And she'd stop and take a photo of us at, like, the Bass Pro Shop. Or she'd take a photo of us, you know, on a bridge, or she'd take a photo of us on a skywalk. And I was like, damn, yeah, you really gotta, like, stay at it. Like, you can't just... You can't ever just phone it in. And so there was a part of me that felt that feels the same way. Like I really took that to heart. She and I never even talked about that. I just picked that up from observation. The amount I'm getting hit, I feel like taking Gibby was a good call here. I just picked that up from observation. She and I never spoke about it. I just watched her and was like, damn, that's smart. And so it's the same thing with Halloween, is that like, yeah, in a perfect world, and I still to a certain degree would have liked to have done this, even if I wasn't a streamer. But, in a perfect world, yeah, if you want to do that, you just buy the bars and then give them to anybody who rings the doorbell. But the moment that people invested $1,000 in full-size candy bars, I was like, well, the least I can do is invest some of my money and my time and make my house look like a Halloween festival. Like, people deserve that return on investment. And then I had to do something that looked good on Twitter. I had to do something that looked good on Twitter. And had to think about it that way. I don't remember what Reverse Judgment does, and I've just been carrying it around, and I need to stop and look. Spawns a restock machine. I can fly now. Ogremar, thank you so much. I really should break into one of these sandwiches, but I'm gonna wait until in between runs. And if I'm potentially leaving this behind, I might as well use it. We'll say here. It opens a lot of doors. We'll see if any of them gave us that big home run swing we were hoping for. It doesn't look like it. Oh, it did! How lucky. Spectral Tears, for what it's worth, I guess. I probably could have re-rolled that. Oh well, it's fine. This run is all over but the crying. I need to trust Sci-Fly a little more, I think. Well, seasoned potatoes are good, but when are you ever gonna find me in a situation where I don't enjoy potatoes? Alright, let's just go. I was thinking about using this judgment in the shop, but I don't know where I'd generate more coins at this rate. I'd just buy 2 items and be done. Yeah, I guess when the potatoes are raw, I used to eat raw potatoes all the time when I was a kid. It wasn't until recently we were watching some sort of like YouTube video where they talked about I think it was maybe an Epicurious video where they talked about like, oh, you don't eat potatoes raw, they could be lethal. And I was like, what are you talking about? I ate raw potatoes all the time when I was a kid. Whenever my mom was making like mashed potatoes, I'd walk in, grab a handful of cubed Idaho russets, jam them in my mouth, and walk out. I would just eat them to get rid of the impure thoughts erection. Not me, man. I'd walk in with a screaming impure thoughts erection and just be like, I need these potatoes for the energy I'm gonna need to masturbate later. Lethal because of the spores? I have no idea. It was, I went and looked it up and it was like, man, you'd have to eat a lot of them and you'd have to get really unlucky. I like depression as an item. Ugh. Well, actually, let's do this. We get a Manuel, buddy. I can't bring myself to do Monstro's Lung. Maybe put us a step closer to being mom. That should be Bookworm. There we go. That's great. I'm warming up to Kidney Stone, but we don't need it right now. There we go. That is an all stats upgrade, and that should be closer to.
Someday, Bumbo, lucky Bumbo, someday the Bumbo's a bad Bumbo.